apologize for my makeup right now. I literally look like a frog. What can I say? Hey guys, it's me Savannah, and today I am here with another video, and it is going to be 2 mini stories. These stories are going to be about the times that I could have / almost got kidnapped. I don't have anything else to say, but one really important thing is you should follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're always linked in the down bar and they appear on the screen. Give this video a thumbs up if you like story times and you want me to film more. Hit the subscribe button wherever it may be because it's free, and then you get notified whenever I post a new video, which is every Saturday. And yeah, let's just get into the video. So the first story takes place in 5th grade, and I just moved into my new house, which was in Washington, and I was like not familiar with the area yet, but you know, we had our couches, my parents were going to the grocery store, and I was not about to go. So I was like, can I stay home? And they were like, of course. So I was just chilling in my pajamas with a blanket and the computer, watching Bethany Mona's videos because I still was like obsessed with her at that time, and I was literally binge watching all of her videos. I remember this because I'm traumatized. So I'm literally sitting there for like 30 minutes, nothing is going wrong, like it's perfectly fine, it's totally chill. And then how my house was set up is like there was one wall, and then there was a couch, and then there was like 2 like windows just to like get like natural light, if that makes sense. And so I'm sitting the wrong, like laying down on the couch so I can see the window that's in front of me, but I'm looking at the computer screen, but like the window's like in the corner of my eye, if that makes any sense. But after I saw like the man, or what I thought was just like something in my imagination, I just went back to watching my videos, but I was a little bit paranoid because I thought I just saw a man walking in my backyard. And then I see in the second window the like shadow again. I'm like, okay, now it's time to get scared because this is not imagination, because I saw this thing twice. And so I like hurtled to the corner of the couch because there was like a sliding glass door, and if it was an actual man, I didn't want to see that there was a young girl in the house. So I'm like all the way in the corner of the couch hoping that he like can't see me, and it's an actual man. There is a man standing at my sliding glass door, and he is like trying to open the door, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I am going to die today. He's like trying to open the door, and he's like tapping on it, like pointing at like the little like lock to like unlock the door. And I have 2 dogs, and they're like guard dogs, like they're trained to like attack if like an intruder comes in the house. They're totally trained and everything, standing on their just want to put out a disclaimer too that my dogs were trained, and if we told them to stop, they totally would have stopped, and it's not like they would have attacked anyone that just comes in the house. Just want to put that out there in case that sounds wrong. So at this point, the man has seen that I'm like scared in the corner of the couch, and I just honestly am like crying at this point, and I am honestly so scared. So I get up, and my mom left her phone at the house, and so if there was an emergency, I could call my dad because I didn't have a phone because I was only 10. And so I get up and I use the phone, and I'm like, should I call 911? And I'm just like, something in my head's like saying like, no, Savannah, like don't call 911. So I call my dad, and it goes to voicemail, and I'm like, there's someone like the side of the store, like, oh my god, like I'm gonna die, like come home. And then the guy, he sees me on the phone, and he's like, no, like open the door. I'm just like, oh my god. And so like 5 minutes later, I'm still like bawling my eyes out, like looking this man directly in the eye, and he's like telling me like, come open the door, like come on. And my dogs are still growling and barking at this man, and then I get a call from my dad, and he's like, yo, what's wrong? And I'm just like, boy, there is a man at this sliding glass door, and he's trying to come in the house, and he's gonna kidnap me, and I'm gonna die. And he's like, oh, it's the maintenance man, and he has to like come fix the window. And I'm just like, so you didn't tell me that there was a man coming inside to, let's just say, fix the window, and I thought I was gonna die and literally had a panic attack, so, cool. This maintenance man had me thinking that I was literally gonna die that day. I was so scared. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I'm 10 years old. Like, I was so terrified. Now, I'd have been like, 911, what's your emergency? So the next story happens a year later. So I'm in 6th grade, and I'm in the same house, same area. So it's like, totally like I know my way around the area by now. And at my school, we were doing a chocolate fundraiser to just like raise money for the school, and I had volunteered and I had to sell 60 bars of chocolate. I had this idea and I was like, I'm gonna go to the senior citizens neighborhood, because I had my neighborhood and then there was like a street and then it was the senior citizens like community. And so I was like, I'm gonna like go sell them there because they'll think I'm adorable and they'll want to buy the chocolate. So like, great idea, like I'm a genius. So on all fundraisers when you're a kid, they say don't go door to door, don't go without your parents. I don't listen to those. I always do that. Like, I always do both of those things. And so I called up my friend and I was like, yo girl, come with me and we're gonna sell my chocolate at the senior citizens neighborhood. And she was like, okay, I'll ask my mom. Her mom said yes. She came over, we went to the neighborhood and we were selling chocolate. And people were buying them, some people weren't, like normal fundraiser things. And we're like pretty deep in the neighborhood. It was like one big neighborhood with like mini neighborhoods in between. So we were like pretty deep. Like, we had been into like multiple developments and we're at this house. And we had said that we're not gonna go into like any house that has like a really deep like pathway, because it seemed like sketchy, you know? But at this point in the sale, we were like, we need to sell this box of chocolates. We need to have no like limits, like let's just go. So we find this house and it has a really like fancy like staircase, and we're like, ooh, let's just go ask this man if he wants to buy some chocolate. So that's what we did. We knocked on his door. All the lights are off and we don't say anything. We wait there for a second and then we see like the man like come around the corner and we're like, okay, we'll wait. And you know, he's like old, like he's walking pretty slow, so we're being really patient. And he has like a lot of locks on his door. You couldn't see them from where we were standing, but he was literally like going into like another room, like getting keys and like unlocking a bunch of these locks he had on his door. He probably had about 5 locks and he was like struggling himself to get them open, but it just seemed pretty sketchy because he had so many locks on one door and he had all the keys like put away somewhere. So we're waiting and like that just like sent off a signal to us, and we looked at each other and we're like, should we go? But we didn't want to be rude, and so like we stayed. Stupid. So we opens the door and he's like, oh, like, hi girls, like, what do you need? Would you like to buy some chocolate? And he's like, oh yeah, like, what's it for? And we're like, oh, we're raising money for our school. And he's like, okay, would you like to come inside while I get my checkbook? And we look at each other and I'm just like, my friend is like, oh yeah, like, we'll come. And I'm like, oh, no. I was not about to do that today. I was like, actually, no, I'm not allowed to go into people's houses. I don't know. Like, I literally said that. I had no shame. I was not about to go into this man's house. And so he's like, oh, are you sure? Like, it's cold out. Like, it wasn't even cold. Like, it wasn't even cold out when he said that either, so like, what do you mean? It was not cold to the point where we should go in his house and wait while he gets his checkbook. So he shuts the door and he walks to his checkbook. He came out, he had the money, and we're like, cool, we're gonna make a sale. And then he gives us the money and my friend takes it and okay, this is like really hard to explain, but he was giving her the money, and so she has her hand out and he like puts it in her hand and like strokes it, if that makes any sense at all. And then he literally was like touching like our back, like, have a nice day. And I was like,
but the story does not end there.
So we're kind of like freaked out. So we're like, we're not gonna sell any more chocolate after this house. Like, we are leaving. So we ditch this guy and we like see like what kind of car he has. I don't remember it, but I know like that happened. Like, we like tried to like find his car like by his house. And so we start running, and keep in mind, we're like pretty far away from my house since we have been into so many mini developments inside this huge neighborhood. And so we're like sprinting, holding the box of chocolate, and we see the guy's car that like we were like just at his house, like driving like way behind us, and we're like, oh no. I don't know how we got home like safely without like getting kidnapped, but we did, and it was really scary, and I'm so glad that we made out of that situation safely. And we didn't even tell our parents, I don't think, about this because we didn't want to get in trouble, even though my parents knew we were selling chocolate. But I don't know, At the time, I just felt like I was gonna get in trouble if I told my parents, but I knew that now I can tell them if anything like that ever happens again. Okay guys, so that completes this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more story times or just more videos in general. Like I said in the intro, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They are always linked in the down bar. Hit the subscribe button wherever it may be so you can get notified whenever I post a new video, which is every Saturday. Comment down below if you guys have any requests for future videos, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.